NBA All-Star Weekend had several controversies last week, from Adam Silver wanting to bring AI into the game, to the abolishment of the draft lottery, to Kevin Durant's burner X account allegedly being outed, where he allegedly made inappropriate comments about current and former teammates and coaches. But the most heated debate centered on accusations from some fans and activists that the league and certain players were promoting pro-Israel narratives during a period of intense global scrutiny over the war in Gaza. At the center of the debate is Dani Avdija, the first-time Israeli All-Star. Avdija put up standout numbers this season: 25.2 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, and 6.6 assists. On performance alone, many argue the selection was justified. But one statistic has drawn intense online discussion. He averaged 9.4 free throws per game this season, second in the league behind Luka Doncic's at 10.4. That represents a sharp jump from his first 5 seasons, where he averaged 2.4 free throws per game. Some fans on social media have suggested the increase reflects preferential officiating, claiming he may have been called differently due to his vocal support for Israel. There is no confirmed evidence supporting that claim, but the perception has fueled online debate. It has also been noted that Avdija's All-Star selection came via the coach's vote rather than primarily through fan voting, further intensifying scrutiny. LeBron James added to the conversation. Ahead of the 2026 All-Star game, James praised Avdija's season and reaffirmed that he believed he deserved the All-Star nod. He also addressed fans in Israel, saying he hoped to inspire people there and that he had heard nothing but great things about the country.
What message would you like to send for Israel?
If I have fans over there, I've never been there. If I have fans over there, then I hope you've been following my career. I hope I inspire people over there to not only want to be great in sports, but I want you to be better in general in life. So hopefully someday I can make it over there. Like I said, I've never been over there, but I've heard nothing but great things, and I appreciate it.
The remarks were interpreted differently across audiences. Some saw routine praise for the player. Others, including Palestinian activists and prominent NBA X accounts, criticized the phrasing, arguing it overlooked the broader political context. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant returned to the headlines, again because of an alleged burner account. Leaked screenshots circulating online allegedly show an account responding to accusations that Durant was profiting from Israeli drone investments during the Gaza conflict. In one widely shared exchange, after a user wrote, "Kevin Durant is making money off the genocide in Gaza," the burner allegedly replied, "If they need drones, we gotcha." The authenticity of the screenshots have not been independently verified, but the message spread quickly, adding fuel to an already volatile debate. Separate from the burner controversy, it is publicly documented that Durant has invested in Skydo since 2019, a US-based drone technology company that sells internationally, including to Israel. Skydio's commercial ties have drawn scrutiny in defense reporting since October 2023, sparking ethical discussions within parts of the tech industry. Attention has also turned towards funds linked to Steph Curry. A Gray Zone report indicates that venture capital rounds involving Curry-backed funds, including Israeli cybersecurity startups founded by former members of Unit 8200, the Israeli military intelligence division. One such company, Zarfran Security, was backed in $30 million funding round in 2024. Critics argue that the financial ties to defense-linked technologies firm raise ethical concerns amid an active conflict. Supporters countered that venture capital investments often span multiple global markets and do not necessarily signal endorsement of military policy. The political tension was also visible in the arena. Spike Lee was photographed at All-Star Saturday carrying a bag featuring a Palestinian flag and a keffah motif, a symbol widely associated with the Palestinian identity and solidarity. And Kyrie Irving wore a shirt reading Press, reportedly dedicating it to journalists covering the war in Gaza. Those gestures were praised by some fans as acts of solidarity. Others criticized them as politicizing the event. The NBA brand itself is a global league. Its players are not just athletes but multinational brands with business interests spanning continents. In an era where geopolitics and business are increasingly intertwined, that global footprint unites scrutiny. For some fans, the league is amplifying pro-Israel narratives. For others, it is simply reflecting the personal views and financial portfolios of individual players. What is clear is this: All-Star Weekend was just no longer about basketball. The All-Star Game is designed as a celebration, talent without tension. But this year's event reflected something larger. investment portfolios, political statements, social media leaks, symbols in the stands. In today's climate, sport does not exist in isolation. And as the NBA continues to expand globally, the lines between the court, the marketplace, and the political arena are becoming harder to separate. The games were played, the highlights were viral, but the loudest conversation had little to do with the scoreboard.